Forecast. Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, the heat wave that we've seen over the last several days is going to continue for one more day, and then we think we're going to start to see a little bit more of a break in that late afternoon, early evening heat at the least, with a slightly better chance of a shower or thunderstorm. More on that in just a bit. In fact, let's set the table as we look at the water vapor imagery. We got this big, massive death ridge of high pressure has been sitting across Texas. By the way, temperatures in Texas today exceeding 110 degrees in many spots. Very high heat here, but we're now on the periphery of that ridge, so we're seeing storms that are coming out of the plains and then dropping southward behind this little bit of an upper level trough to the east, and that's going to carve out a little bit of a weakness down here across the northern Gulf of Mexico that will eventually drift westward and deliver better rain chances, especially for late Wednesday, but most certainly Thursday. Then it's going to be up and down rain chances and temperatures. More on that in just a bit. Now, we did see plenty of clouds, showers, and storms developing late this afternoon. Heftiest storms are over southeast Louisiana, where it really got cooking during the course of the day. But a few isolated storms rolling on through. There was a nice thunderstorm cluster in Iberia and St. Mary Parish. That is weakened, and now we're left with just ground clutter, stable atmosphere out there across the area. Now, as for the tropics, just a reminder, this is the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Barry. A lot of people called it Hurricane Barely because it was barely a hurricane for 6 hours. It was mostly a tropical storm, but St. Mary Parish, it was a hurricane for a good part of the day on this date last year. Now it's awfully quiet, though, across the tropics, not only in the Atlantic basin, but around the world. Pull this on over. We do have a pretty good looking tropical wave coming off the African coastline, and we're going to start to see more waves coming off the African coast in the weeks ahead. But right now, this is the way we like it. And you can see the storms firing up during the course of this late afternoon, strongest over southeast Louisiana, but a couple of healthy ones close to home. And as we look at the European model moisture data here, you can see where the best chance of storms are going to be tomorrow across portions of Mississippi, southeast Louisiana, and that weakness in the atmosphere is just east of us on Wednesday, but then that begins to drift to the west. So we think Thursday we should see a pretty good chance of showers and storms, and then going into Friday we start to dry out. Saturday dry as well, so that means temperatures pushing back into the mid-90s. Then a little bit more moisture comes in on Sunday, and a little bit of a tropical wave, or we could call it a subtropical wave, begins to come in as we go into early next week. Could deliver us a pretty good chance of showers and storms and really cut into that afternoon heat. So some better rain chances, we think, in the future. Near term quiet through tomorrow morning, then tomorrow mostly sunny skies. An isolated shower or storm once again late afternoon, early evening for tomorrow. And then we go, this is the latest model run, then we go into Wednesday, quiet start, but a few more storms in the area for Wednesday afternoon and into the early evening hours. Typical pattern where sometimes they last through the evening. Then we get into Thursday. Here we see better coverage of showers and storms. I'm going 40% on Thursday, but we might even be able to raise the rain chances a little bit higher there. Heat indices, another issue tomorrow, as high as 105 to 110 in spots, and the hottest part of Acadiana looks to be the northern parishes with those heat indices near 100 from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and that's when we have a heat advisory once again in effect for all of Acadiana. So more hot weather, but there is signs that that heat wave may be breaking. 80 the low tonight, so not much relief overnight. 94 the high tomorrow. An isolated storm late in the day, and as we move into the next 5 days, rain chances ramping up through Thursday, but then back down Friday and Saturday. Then we could see a much better chance of showers and storms going into next week. We'll keep our fingers crossed and that heat wave breaks just a bit, but it is July after all. Temperatures like this, not uncommon, Jim.
Yeah, but the break will be nice, and we've earned it at this point. Thanks, Rob.